Hey guys, you are listening to the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast with your usual hosts, me, Nick Crooks, and the wonderful Jack Vincent. Woo! And we are joined by the man, the myth, Keith Wilde.
What's happening? It's me, bitches.
Get a brew and sit your ass down for the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast. Nice Guys of Comedy. The Nice Guys of Comedy. And here are your hosts, real life Northerners, Jack Vincent and Nick Crooks.
They're from up north, gravy and chips. So listen to the words coming out their lips. I said they're from up north, gravy and chips. So listen to these words coming out their lips.
Alright, yes. How are we doing? Good?
Doing well. How's your lockdown been?
It's been alright, I've just been trying to write, as much as I can. And I've got, 2/3 of, 10 fucking songs. So, it's a good start, and then the rest will sort of come. It's the last bit of the song, the last few punchlines, and that's where you need to kind of work it out on stage. So I'm just looking for a venue to do an hour of just dog shit and just figure out those punchlines. So one audience can just suffer a horrendous night of me bombing while I work out the material.
I love that Keith looks exactly the same post and pre-lockdown.
Yeah.
That's just Keith's look.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is
quite unhealthy. It's a consistent look. Doesn't take a lot of maintenance, really.
My favorite thing is, so obviously during lockdown, by this point I'm assuming that it hasn't been released yet because I've not heard anything. But obviously, Keith, you started doing what everyone did and did a podcast like we did, and we did a recording a couple of weeks ago. But we did the recording, and I think it was. Do you know when we had that weird muggy heat wave? We had this weird heat wave, and we went on a visual podcast like we are now. And yeah. I think literally at the end of it, me and Keith were like, you do realise that we've both just recorded this Start Bollock Naked. It's far too warm to have any of this, any clothes. And it was literally at the end, and I was like, oh, okay. And I don't even know, even though this camera is there, this guy could have no on from the bottom down. So,
I'm dick out, balls out, everything.
Balls out.
Yeah.
Balls out. What's the word? Mansplaining?
Manspreading.
Manspreading. What? Right, that was just a weird word not to be able to find in my mind. I had manscaping in my mind, but I thought, no, that's obviously tidying up the bits, isn't it?
Tidying up the bits. Manspreading for the nice guys. I think we've just named the episode within the first fucking 10 minutes. So you sorted there. But no, that's good though. You're basically needing just to get back out on stage then, and hopefully, I like how your proposition to someone who comes tonight is essentially you going, "Hey, is it possible that I can just die on stage for an hour?" That is the best opening gambit that I think you can ever have.
Yeah, it's weird. Normally, I've got new material, but it's because I'm gigging all the time. I don't write as often, if you get me. So this has been just a mass writing session. So I've just got a normally I can just squeeze it in between two good songs that are killing, but now I've literally got almost an hour worth of shit to just fucking work out. So I just need to book a bunch of just gigs in front of 10 people and just die on my ass while I figure out punchline.
Is this all the fun? Is this also why we've got you on? Is the fact that we both run gigs? The fact that you can literally ask us to go on the gig now, and you're literally just saying, "I'm going to die for an hour. Which one of you wants me?"
To be fair, I would always have Keith on my night. Keith, for those of you listening who don't know, Keith's the type of person that you see on a lineup and go, "Yay!" Oh. Because if you are behind him in the lineup, if you are after Keith, you have got a difficult job on your hands.
Oh, thank you,
because
mate.
As soon as hairy vagina comes out, you're like, well, none of my jokes are going to land.
My favorite thing is, so I've gigged with Keith numerous times, but I've gigged with Keith twice where my mum's been in the audience. And every time that my mum's been in the audience, Keith is normally put later on. And every time she's always like, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Really looking forward to seeing her." You know, I think it was literally the first time she saw you and walked with a keyboard. She's like, "That's interesting." And then, but for whatever reason, she's always had to go. And the second time, she was like, "Oh, I didn't get to see him this time." But on the way home, I was like, "Well, actually, I've got one of his songs on Spotify. Why don't I play it for you?" And I played her hairy vagina, and she just went, "Not that fussed anymore. Not that fussed." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's not your song." But someone's song it is. Yeah, no, it is true though. You are a powerhouse. You have been. I mean, prior to this, you've been. I mean, even now, you've been dominating the circuit. I actually believe you've got some dates in the calendar. I've seen your name pop up at some clubs.
Yeah, I've got like a few things. I've done like got the rust off a little bit. I did Adam Hughes' Night in Bootle. That's just like it's an Adam Hughes gig, so it's crazy fun. Like and just it's a good hand. So just got the dust off. Just did the tight stuff. At the moment, like I'm depending. It depends where I am, what I'm doing. So I've got like all the old tight stuff that was tight beforehand. So I'll do that in like an important place where I've actually got to impress people. But then you do like little night nights and stuff to kind of work through the new shit. And then if you're really bombing, you can always bring out the tight stuff. Like if they're like turning on you, you can always revert back.
That's the thing. I think everyone though has that ace card that if it's a case that something's not going right, you're like, right, I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna just need to bring you back here, play this. I need you on my side, and then we'll go back to the new stuff. And
don't know what you're talking about.
For some people, it's a song about vaginas, and others, it's a giant dildo.
Full on like we're like through all acts, you know what I mean? Like we're not real comedians, Nick's got a prop and I've got a guitar, it's just we're hacks, Nick.
Yeah, how many times have I heard that I are real prop comedians are not real comedians? I think you'll find a lot of effort goes into my props, all right?
I mean, we're still not saying that no effort's gone in. We're just saying, it's not real. I'm kidding. I love your show.
Do you think the way that I feel, right, is if saying the word hairy vagina and saying the word dildo gets a laugh, and that's hack, fine. I'm hack. All right. I don't give a fuck. If a penis joke works, it works. Penises are funny. Vaginas are funny.
Yeah. It's weird. Like
sex is funny
when you play like a middle class area, like, and they just don't get it. A lot of my early fucking days, because I've been going like maybe like 7 years now. 2012 I started, so maybe 8 years. Yeah. And like it's just fucking. A lot of it was on the music scene. I did like 5 years on the music scene before I even touched the comedy scene. And it was a lot of just, I remember like old posh women shouting at me and like landlords barring me for singing about pubes, and then like, and getting the whole pub to sing about pubes as well, which annoyed like, the posher people. Like the more people I'd win over in the crowd who I got involved in the hairy vagina thing, in a place where it's not normal, like not.
Although you said I got people involved in the hairy vagina thing, like it's so fucking big.
It's like I've literally had a whole pub before love it, but then like the landlord's wife or something, so like the landlord's just dead staring me, like like, and I've been barred from various places. It's but it's always fun, They let you back after like 6 months, like if you just turn up and kind of lay low.
I think you definitely you're how to put this in. You're a very acquired taste, so I can imagine at the little round table of the Sunday morning brunch table of the old ladies. I don't think you're going to be massively welcome, or maybe that's the aim, maybe to get yourself aimed there. But one of the reasons why we did get you on, especially this time now, is you have just released a new single. Am I right?
Yeah, I put out an EP, so it's got 4 songs on it.
Okay.
So 2 years ago, we put out this EP called Sessions. It was like just a bunch of studio sessions, so we called it Sessions because like drugs and that, and it's funny. And then like lads. So then this is Sessions 2. So it's got Anal for the Birthday Boy, and there's a music video for that on YouTube now, which we recorded at Loom Studios with my keyboard player. And then we put like loads of little like inconsistencies in the videos. So like we shot it like a normal session, but then there's like bits where there's someone just playing drums in the background, but there's no drums on it and shit like that. So it's loads of little weird fucking jokes. It's got loads of little jokes in it. And then so we've got that, and then it's also got "Tell Me You Love Me," which is a song about a mute. It's a love song. It's very deep. And then what's the other song? Fucking Anticlimax's Vibrator Shop. There's a video for that. And then Where's Your Cock Gone from the Giggle Gang podcast. It's like when I did it on there, I took the recording of that and put that on the EP. So it's got Matty Shaw laughing in it in the background, and he's got a really fun laugh. So
He does. To be fair, Matty.
Is that because he's Australian? Is that does the laugh come out?
Well,
he's
okay.
Because he's so loud and like happy, like just to make him laugh, like specifically because he's got a nice laugh. Like
he has got a really nice.
Him in the audience or just to chat to him.
I really want to know, Nick. Do you know how you can laugh with an accent? Because that's new to me.
Yeah, like all laughs have got like a little accent, haven't they?
Okay. Can you laugh in German for me?
Right. Okay. We're not going to do this. We're not going to lead me down the racist path, all right? We're not going to lead me down the offend all the countries in the world path. Do we have any German listeners?
I haven't checked in a while, but we're not gonna have to this. We're not.
Do you know what it is? It's just a laugh with the word 9 halfway through, like a deep laugh, like a 9. See, perfect. That's the
I think. Don't think you're going to be getting hired by German studios anytime soon. I like the idea.
What's your next laughing impression? Are you going to do Uncle Remus next, like from Song of the South, mate? Fucking hell.
Oh, yes.
The thing though, as well, though, I think it's quite cool this idea with the inconsistency in the music video, because I suppose, I mean, obviously, no, not every music video has to go this, but obviously when you do a music video, it normally has like a little narrative within it, or if you do like just a normal session. But to have one for Anal for the Birthday Boy, that's a very interesting music video. So that could have gone one or two different ways.
Sorry, I missed that. You cut out a bit.
Oh, sorry. I wondered why you were just staring at me aimlessly, and I was like, that
was like some GMTV shit, you know, where it's not worked with the guy and they're going, sorry, Eamon.
I was saying
it's like Eurovision, like when they do the results on Eurovision.
Yes.
No, what I was saying was obviously like it's good that you've got this idea of the music video where you're doing the inconsistencies to make the running joke, because I suppose filming like a normal traditional music video for a song called Anal for the Birthday Boy could prove quite difficult or a lot of fun.
Yeah, so like I've done like the session videos before, like and they're fun and that. But this one, like, we just had a guy, and we just like I was paying him, like, so like normally it's like I do like there's free YouTube channels that'll have you on and stuff, like it would really sound, or they won't charge you that much. But this guy was like I'd hired him like for a proper video, so we could put a few extra little things in there, and yeah, it was fun. Like sometimes it works if you do like a love song, like if you're doing like a fake love song, like Lazy Eye or something. If you record that dead serious, like that's funny because it's like a serious, like
because it works with feeling,
completely serious. But this one, it's about bumming, so we put in a little fucking extra jokes in it.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool as well, because obviously it plays more towards the comedy aspect. Because even though you've got two elements that you obviously have to market yourself, obviously the music side and then obviously the comedy. You get to put a couple more jokes in there, and even if it's just for you, then why the hell not? Why the fuck?
I won't give too much away because Keith hasn't released the podcast that me and him did, but we talked in depth about a possible video for Anticlimax Vibrator Shop, about actually hiring a shop and filling it with dildos and all sorts of shit like that. Like we went in depth for this.
we planned it out, mate. Like we did everything that sort out like a budget and shit. Like it was.
I mean, if someone's
very
willing to
detailed.
fund Keith's music video for this, the ideas that we have are unreal. And it's not even my video, but I got really involved. I got really involved.
Yeah, because I was thinking for like merch, like I could have Anticlimax's vibrator as an actual piece of merch, so I could sell vibrators.
Basically, you just want to become a sex shop, don't you?
Essentially, that's the plan. You know, gotta have dreams, I suppose.
I suppose though, it could be one of the only comedy music merch that you'll find in your local sex shop.
I suppose, yeah, you wouldn't like in the local record shop.
I think you should release Hairy Vagina like the book from Harry Potter. You know the monster book that's all hairy. The LP cover should just be made out of hair, and it should just have like a little like thing in the middle where the eye is. You know, like where they've got the hole for the record. Boop.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's hair. And you can even have little things like a cat like poking out, you know, because that's one of the lines. Stuff like that. That's just a thought.
I think Nick's definitely going to be getting himself in a job in marketing sometime soon. I think you're wasted where you're at now.
Well, I will market the fuck out of anyone. I can make anybody look good.
You even sat there like now. You're like, I can market. I can do it.
I'm literally the real life emoji that's like that.
Yeah, you're like you could get away with that. You could definitely get away with that. I mean, it's not necessarily the emoji that I would put with you, but I think you could take it.
Yeah, I'll have that one.
You'll have that one. You'll have that one.
I use this emoji like for hairy vagina, right? Because there's like a maple leaf, like a red maple leaf looking thing. That's an emoji, so I use that for like hairy vagina, like when I'm texting, like just so it's easier than writing hairy vagina.
I'm actually having a look for the thing.
I've seen the red maple leaf one, not because I randomly text about hairy vagina. I'm just I'm aware of it.
Oh yeah, I see it. There it is.
Weirdly enough, I was actually having this conversation today, and not today, it was yesterday, that there are certain emojis that just can completely and utterly change the tone of a conversation. And for the people at home who are watching, it'll come on your screen now what I'm texting. But for example, I'll text you guys in this group chat. Are you on your phone, Keith? Do you have your phone going?
Can do, yeah.
I'm going to send you a normal sentence. I'm going to bed now. That seems very normal, very sane. When you do it like this, I'm going to bed now, and then you put this emoji, that means I'm banging you. Like, suddenly that emoji has changed everything in that sentence.
Absolutely. Mate, my mum is the worst for this because she doesn't understand emojis. So, like, she'll use, like, you know, the kissy, like the love with love eyes and it's like kissing. Like, she'll use that all the time. But obviously, that's like what birds text me. Like, when we're texting, it's that kind of thing. Like, so it's just it just freaks me out.
So when your mum goes, "Mum loves you," kiss emoji.
Yeah.
And then the next, you get your latest endeavour texting you saying, "See you soon," kiss emoji. You're like, I can't continue with this.
Oh, imagine if your mum goes, "Just doing some gardening," maple leaf.
Oh,
God, that took too long. That took too long for you, Jack.
No, I got it. I was just appreciating the humour, and then the disgustingness just settled in.
Well, when I went to Benidorm, there were a comedian that used the word gardening for obviously shaving your bits. So every time it was like to people in the crowd, like 40-year-old women, like, "So do you do your fair share of gardening then? Or is it all overgrown down there and stuff like that?" And it were a lot funnier than just saying, "Look, do you have a massive bush?"
Sometimes just asking, have you got a giant bush? It's a very fair question. I mean, we've been in lockdown. I'm sure there's been a lot of big bushes.
Yes, there is.
Perhaps. Although I suppose, like, if you're wanting to spice it up in lockdown, for some couples, they might have more time to do it if you think about it. Like, I've had more time to groom myself.
Have you created like a little? Do you know how in the stately homes where they get like dogs shaped into it? Do you have anything like that? Did you do that? Like create little animals down there?
Oh, you mean like hedges? I was like, what the fuck is he on about? Do people who live in stately homes have their pubes shaved like dogs?
No, I meant actual.
No, there's actually a tiny little Mexican man who lives in my crotch, and he has like
Just
Has
fucking Edward Scissor, a Mexican fucking Edward Scissorhands trying to fuck out of your bush.
That could be the way forward though. Like, you know, women have like vajazzles and stuff like that, and rather than sticking hot glue on a dick, you might want to just shape it into like a reindeer. I don't know why I thought of a reindeer, but
for Christmas.
bit of a festive one, yeah. A little bunny for Easter.
I could do with a glow in the dark one.
Wait,
Like bits.
What,
pubes.
trimmer or pubes?
Pubes. Because when I turn my landing light, obviously I sleep naked, but when I turn my landing light off, I can't see shit when I'm getting into bed. But if I had glow in the dark pubes, my dick could shine the way. He'd be like Rudolph. But
I don't have a response to this, Nick.
Tell me that you won't find glow in the dark pubes useful. For anyone, this is female as well.
Like, you know, like for raves and that, there must be some kind of like glow in the dark hair thing. There should be a way of glow in the dark in your pubes, mate. There should be a way of doing that.
Tell me you won't find glow in the dark pubes useful.
It would be useful and just sexy, really.
Yeah, you get up in the middle of the night, no need to put lights on to go to the toilet because you got glow in the dark pubes.
Right, okay, I found you some glow in the dark like hair product.
Does it say safe for pubes on it though? I don't want my pubes falling off. I don't want to look like a fucking 10-year-old boy.
I'd say ask the doctor, but that's not a conversation you want to have, is it? Like,
okay, in the safety bit, it just says don't eat it or put it in your eyes.
Fine. That's fine.
Go.
Perfect. There we go.
If we all order some, and then, you know, we just reverse again next week, and you know,
I'm up for this.
Well, it fucking would be a debrief, wouldn't it? Let's be fair. The other comes in one colour, which is it glows green.
That's fine, as long as it lights the way.
Yeah, Superdrug do it for £5.
There we go.
Or 2 for £8.
There we go.
Oh wait, sorry. Apologies. That's makeup. Sorry. I've been leaning down a garden path. Just not the right one.
There we go. Glow in the dark pubes. I'm happy with that.
Look again. You put like glow in the dark pubes. Glow in the dark pubes.
I'm telling you, if you're listening to this, anyone that's listening to this, think about it and then think how useful it would be.
Why don't you just use the light from your phone?
Because not all the time I've got my phone with handy. If I'm, you know, I might have already put it on charge next to the bed.
Your pubes handy.
I'm thought I'll go brush my teeth, but I've always got my pubes on me, haven't I? They're always on me.
You've got a very valid point, but I won't want to see your missus's face when she sees you with glow in the dark pubes.
Right, there's a film called Sky High. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Yeah, right. There's one kid on there that he's a sidekick. He glows. He glows. How good would it be to glow? He literally glows. Yeah, because the minute you need, fuck.
I can imagine glow in the dark.
There's no light. Glow.
I can imagine glow in the dark pubes as like, you know, like in Benidorm, like a sex show, right? And it'll be like a fire burning dancing lady, and she'll like have a glow in the dark massive bush, and the whole act will be like she nearly sets a bush on fire every night, like, and she's doing all like flips and shit with a hula hoop that's on fire.
Yeah. Well, that's it. What she is she's got her fire things, and it's all going well, and then they go out, bang, and it's all darkness, and then the pants come off, and it's just pubes just going along. Like it'll look like that thing from Crash Bandicoot, the Ugga Bugga Man. You know, she's shaved that pattern. She's dancing around there. Boom. And then all of a sudden, because obviously this is Benidorm, ping pong balls, glow in the dark ones. Boom, 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 everywhere. Where are they coming from? The vagina. Then Keith comes from nowhere out the back with a glow in the dark guitar, beard and pubes, singing, "She's got a hair," and that's your Benidorm show right there.
I could have like an orchestra like in the background, so it gets really dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
and they've all got hairy pubes. It's a bit like that Danger, Danger, High Voltage video. Apart from everyone's got the dark pubes.
See, the only other thing that I can think of that would be useful for your glow in the dark pubes, Nick, is so when this comes out, this would have already happened, so you can tell us if it actually happened or not. But so obviously, on Saturday we're doing the Free Peaks. If for whatever reason we don't make it back before it ends up getting dark and all our phones die, and we need to use your pubes to lead the way home.
Yeah, and it will be like Santa asking Rudolph. Do you know what I mean? You know, like the song. I don't know the exact line, but you know, like I'm not going to sing it because it's bad luck and we're going up the Three Peaks. I'm thinking, but you know, Rudolph, will you light my sleigh tonight? Yeah. Nick, will you get your glow in the dark pubes out? We're trapped on the mountain here.
My main question is, how much of a full bush do you have?
I mean, I don't manscape. I'm married, Jack. There's no need for that. I've already caught her. You know what I mean? I've got nobody to impress.
Do you know what? Every time you say this, I just imagine to see a random hand come in to give you a good twat.
She's not in here.
But you're still looking for permission. I'm
just looking around.
Well, I don't think we're we're going to be able to beat any form of glow in the dark pube. So whilst we start wrapping up, your new EP is now released, isn't it? Isn't it, Keith?
Yeah. It's out. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all that shit. Amazon, everything. Napster, I think it's on Napster actually as well.
You'll never catch the real Napster. That's a line from Italian Job. The remake, if you were wondering, Jack, because we know you don't see a lot of films.
Although I've seen Sky High by the sound.
Yeah, right. So out of everything, a film that is literally non-existent in the world of films, Jack has seen.
Yeah, because I always found it weird that one of the girls' superpowers was that she could transform into a guinea pig.
Yeah, nothing else. Just a guinea pig. In fact, while we're on that topic, we'll end on this. I'll ask this question to Keith. You can have any superpower in the world. What is it? What would you have?
I would have the power to like make people come on command, but like from a distance. You know what I mean? Like.
So you're walking around Tesco's and boom, Barry's having a fucking field day.
To be fair to Keith, that is you can incapacitate people.
Yeah.
So that literally go. You're never gonna stop me. There you go. You want to bet?
Oh.
Yeah, and then they just come in their pants and like. So I could be like watching telly, like, and I'm like, oh, this telly show is a bit boring, and I just go at the telly, and then like the guy just comes in his pants, like Graham Norton or something, and Tom Hanks is on it, and like I just make, and like Tom Hanks, like, oh shit, oh.
And they look at the camera and go, Keith.
Yeah, like they know it's me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being funny, but with that sort of power, you definitely won't. I wouldn't tell my pet. I wouldn't tell anyone. I would not be telling anyone because I'd be doing it all over the shop. Someone pissing you off, boom, done.
You'd be like, you could literally do what Jay does in Inbetweeners. What he makes up is the one pump orgasm. You could literally go, boom, and then
That's the dream. And to be fair, I don't think any answer is going to beat that. I don't think any answer is going to beat that in the slightest. So yes, the new EP is on Spotify, YouTube, all them usual places. Where can people find you as and your social medias just in general? What's the handle?
So Facebook, it's Keith Wild Music. I've got some stuff on YouTube. I've got maybe an hour worth of stuff on Spotify. If you just search Keith Wild on everything. Instagram, Keith Wild Music. Facebook, Keith Wild Music. And YouTube and Spotify and that.
Yeah, get it listened, guys. Get it listened to. You will not be disappointed.
And if you don't, and you randomly have a weird orgasm next time you see Keith, he's not just got that effect. He's obviously got an ability. But
he's fallen into a vat of nuclear waste.
Oh! You know how Spider-Man has been bitten by a spider? Yeah, it's nuclear jizz. I feel, and on this note, my head is glowing green. I'm not going well. Yeah. So my social media is I am Jack V. That is Jack Vincent, and that is on Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. Nick Crooks is at Nick Crooks Comedy, and that is everywhere except Twitter, which is why, because Twitter is a dick apparently.
Yes, because it doesn't have enough characters.
Yes. And also for the podcast, you can follow us at NGOC Pod. We are now into our second season. We are a weekly podcast, so we shall be seeing you guys next week. Keith, have you had fun?
I have had fun. It's been very fun. Yeah, good.
I mean, you don't have to vomit when you say it, but
yeah.
No, it's great having you on. Give that EP a listen, guys, and hopefully we'll all be seeing. You'll be seeing at least one of us on a gig soon.
Yeah, so, or maybe all three of us.
Because
that's happened before.
Yeah,
it has. Let's get it happening again.
Get a brew and sit your ass down for the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast. Nice Guys.